as somebody who has transitioned into a space like this, what is it that you are really wanting to give the people? It seems like that there is a particular group of people that you are trying to reach with the message that you are putting out there. What is that?
So I've always been the artist that everyone would say is like, I don't know, man, like Christians would be like, I don't even know if this guy's a Christian sometimes, you know? And then, you know, you I'm not no street dude. Like I never been no hood dude. I love God. I'm just a regular dude that love God though. So I feel like there's this gap of, it feels like now culture works in extremes. Like even Christian culture is really like, what's the extreme version of a Christian? And that's the motto of it, Christian. And what's the extreme version of a person that's in the streets? And that's the motto. And most of us just regular people. Like, bro, the average black person ain't been in no shootout, bro. Like the average person was raised. They may not have both their parents, but no, the average person was raised with morals and decency or whatever. But there's this perspective that, like, with hip hop or that blackness, in a sense, is being extreme, and Christianity is being an extremist. Like, if you want to be a Christian for real, manufacture as much suffering as you can on yourself. It's like, nah, I don't think that's what being a Christian is. So like, we just have pretty much based our whole thing on, like, look, my son walking past me with some eggs. Like,
some
bro,
real life stuff.
Real life
every day, B.
It's like real life. Like real life, like not this. I don't want nobody to look at me and be like, oh, in order to be a good Christian, you got to be some super Christian. I'm like, nah, you want to be the best Christian on the planet, man, take care of your family, take care of your kids. And I want to encourage the people that's doing that, the regular everyday people. I'm cool on, like, you don't gotta, I know theology, I know the Bible, we could do all that, but most people have a lot of information, but no application of how to use it. That's literally what it is. And that's the difference between having knowledge, and that's the difference between having or information and having wisdom. Information is just information. Wisdom is how you apply that information to do something good. And that's what I want to do, is just help people apply that information in a certain way.
Was there a certain point where you were trying to adjust or figure out how to do it the way you wanted to do it? Starting out, was there a period of growth where you were kind of shocked by how people perceive how you wanted to present your truth in hip hop? Like, talk about that, to where you got to now.
When I first came in the game, literally, I'll never forget this. Rapzilla, shout out Rapzilla, Calvin Moore, shout out Calvin Moore, wrote an article that got me in a lot of hot water. And he said, they was like, yo, this dude made one of the best albums that came out this year. It was called the Blackout. He's like, this dude made one of the best albums this year, and he's better than most Christian rappers that's out there because he talk about the real. And now this was my first quote unquote Christian rap album. And they were like, oh, he ain't good as Lecrae. He ain't good as Ambassador. He not this. He don't even have these Bible scriptures in his stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's like, I was just a dude that loved God. I watched my parents, you know, I watched my dad be hooked on drugs, my stepdad be hooked on drugs. I was looking at my community, and I just wanted them to not do that stuff no more. I wanted them to know Jesus. Like, my mom raised me in church, so it was like, I just wanted people, and our church was ratchet. Like, bro, our church was ratchet, bro. Like, literally.
Boy, do we relate?
Fam, like it was. I remember when one of my homies one of my homies' sister got a whipping because she was having sex in the back of the church.
Ooh.
Like, yeah, like when I tell you, we had broken people at our church. Like, they didn't know no better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, the pastor was literally in the middle of the projects was literally walking distance from our church. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was people that was wrestling with real life issues, real life stuff. And I was trying to relate that to the world. Like, one, man, like, everybody that you see that people get criminalized and you call him a gangster, call him a this, that, and the third. To me, that's just Lil DeAndre. He just, he had a tough life. He needs somebody to help, So I'm like, man, in my mind, Jesus is the answer. So I'm rapping about all that stuff. So when I first come in the game, that's how I came in the game. From there, it was the balancing act of, because I didn't know the Bible as well as I should have early on. But I was like in my 20s. So like we all was struggling and figuring it out. Yeah. To learn the Bible when you look at it your whole life, you're gonna see something new. So it's like I just knew what I knew. You know what I'm saying? So from there, I put out Redemption, and then I got signed to Reach. And when I got signed to Reach, that's why I felt the real tension of that balance, because Reach's whole model was at that time was to put stuff through youth groups and through, as it got bigger, through the Christian contemporary music engine. And that just wasn't something I'm not gonna say I didn't have a desire to do it, because it put me on some of the biggest stages I ever been on. But at the same time, I wasn't familiar with it. I had to learn. I had to adapt to my surroundings. And then at one point in time in my career, I was doing the biggest shows I had ever done. We was in Houston. We were in Houston, and Pastor Blake, I'll never forget this, bro. I was depressed coming off the shows. I was like, this can't be it. I was making more money than I ever made. I was in front of more people than I ever been in front of. And I was telling Pastor Blake, I'm depressed and I don't like where I'm at. He said, well, when you first started doing music, why'd you first start doing it? I was like, man, to impact my community. He said, the show I was at, I ain't see nobody that looked like you there. And that was the...
Yep. Wow.
I was like, dang.
Yeah, bro.
It filled the blank in. It's like, oh,
yeah, I'm not connected.
Getting all the success. You did all the right business things, but you didn't do all the right heart things. You didn't do all the right mission things. And from there, it was like, oh, I got to pivot how I move, how I talk, how I do everything. And I also have to pave the way for the next generation of people that want to come up in this space, so that they don't have to refigure it out. Because I feel like that's something in Black people's culture we do all the time. It's like the one uncle that's successful is super successful and nobody know how he did it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know what Uncle Randy do. I just know he pull up in a bed at the cookout.
Yeah. Hey, God, hey, that's what everybody say. When you don't know for real, or when it's a bunch, he a hustler. Hey, he just know how to get it. He just know how to get it.
Know what Uncle Randy do. He do something with business or something.
Yeah.
We don't know. So like, I'm trying not to be the Uncle Randy in this space.